You can smash, crash, Donkey Kong Bananza!
Imagine this: after decades in the shadows, after years of silence, the king of the jungle is back. But this time, he's not just pounding barrels, he's rewriting the rules of platforming. Donkey Kong Bananza doesn't ask for your attention, it demands it. It grabs you by the collar and drops you into a world where nostalgia and innovation collide in thunderous rhythm. From the very first moment, the game makes it clear: this isn't a remake, it's a rebirth. What Nintendo has crafted here isn't just another chapter in Donkey Kong's story, it's a reinvention of what he means. Bananza takes the foundations of classic Donkey Kong gameplay, timing, tension, the thrill of momentum, and infuses them with cutting-edge mechanics that push the genre forward. Every vine you swing on, every platform you land, every enemy you bash into pixels, it all feels tighter, deeper, more intentional. The level design pulses with creativity. There's verticality, branching paths, destructible terrain, and cooperative gameplay that lets you team up with Diddy, Dixie, or Funky, each bringing unique powers to the jungle floor. And yet, beneath all the polish, it still feels like Donkey Kong. That's the magic. You can hear the echoes of the old 8-bit tunes in the background hum. You can feel the legacy in the rhythm of your movements, but now it's layered with cinematic animation, real-time environmental effects, and moments of unexpected quiet. Those subtle pauses where the game lets the jungle breathe. Where you stand at the edge of a treetop and just listen. This is not nostalgia for nostalgia's sake, this is evolution. Donkey Kong Bananza doesn't just celebrate the past, it uses it as a launch pad. And in doing so, it reminds us why we fell in love with gaming in the first place. Because sometimes, legends don't fade. They just wait for the perfect moment to roar again. At the heart of Donkey Kong Bananza lies a story that goes far beyond bananas and barrels. This time, the jungle isn't just a backdrop, it's a character under siege. A breathing, vibrant world that's slowly being choked by something cold and mechanical. The enemy isn't another cartoonish croc or oversized bird, it's a force of artificial control. The villain, Dr. Gearvine, isn't just trying to conquer the jungle, he's trying to replace it, replace the vines with wires, the trees with steel, the rhythm of nature with the ticking of machines. There's something deeply emotional about watching Donkey Kong, this primal, stubborn protector, step back into the spotlight, not just to survive, but to defend something sacred. The story doesn't scream for attention, but it lingers in every rusted ruin, every flickering hologram, every animal companion hiding from the machines. It's a battle between the organic and the synthetic, the untamed and the programmed. And as you play, you realize you're not just climbing platforms. You're fighting to preserve something wild, something real. Every level is layered with meaning. You swing through canopy cities, slowly being consumed by robotic vines. You uncover abandoned temples where ancient jungle energy pulses beneath the surface. You clash with mechanical beasts twisted into versions of nature they no longer resemble. And through it all, Donkey Kong says nothing, but his actions speak louder than any line of dialogue ever could. There are no grand speeches here, no drawn-out cutscenes, just quiet rebellion and unstoppable momentum. The kind of story that sticks with you, not because of how loudly it speaks, but because of how deeply it feels. This isn't just a hero's journey, it's a fight for balance, a reminder that even in a digital world, some things, wild, untamed, and rooted in memory, are worth saving. Donkey Kong Bananza isn't just a new adventure, it's a statement about what's possible when hardware finally catches up with imagination. Built exclusively for the Nintendo Switch 2, this game feels like it was designed with no restraints, no compromises. It embraces the full power of next-gen technology, and yet it never loses the soul of the games we grew up with. That balance is rare. And when you feel it, you know, the moment you pick up the controller, you can sense it. The new haptic feedback system breathes life into every moment. When Donkey Kong smashes through a wall, you feel the impact shudder up your arms. When rain falls through a broken jungle canopy, each drop taps rhythmically through the triggers. And when the music swells, dynamic and responsive to your every move, it's like the world itself is playing along with you. It runs at a steady, adaptive 60 frames per second, climbing to 120 on supported displays. It demands at least 24 gigabytes of space, not because it's bloated, but because it's full, rich with texture, layered sound, seamless transitions between biomes, and cinematic cutscenes that load without pause. This isn't a game built around limitations, it's one crafted to showcase what Donkey Kong can feel like when the technology gets out of the way. And yet, it never feels overwhelming. The menus are intuitive. The pacing is deliberate. Whether you're swinging solo through the treetops or navigating puzzles in local co-op, the experience feels tailored to your style of play. It invites you in with familiarity, then surprises you with depth. Donkey Kong Bananza isn't just a technical achievement, it's an emotional one. Because when a game this big still manages to feel personal, you know you're not just playing it, you're part of it. Long before Donkey Kong pounded his chest in arcades, Nintendo was crafting stories, not with pixels, but with paper. In 1889, they started as a small playing card company in Kyoto, Japan. It's a humble beginning, far from today's glowing screens and global fanfare. But that's where the spirit began. The spirit of play, of wonder, of crafting experiences that bring people together. Over the years, Nintendo tried everything: taxis, toys, even instant rice. Strange maybe, but those detours weren't failures, they were stepping stones. Each experiment taught them something about people, about joy, about connection. And when they finally entered the world of electronic games, they did it with heart and history. You can feel that heart in Donkey Kong Bananza. It's not just built on code, it's built on a legacy of trying, stumbling, learning. Nintendo never chased trends. They built their own path. And now, over a century later, that path leads right back to the jungle. In 1981, everything changed. Nintendo, still finding its footing in the video game world, faced a setback. It lost the rights to create a Popeye arcade game. But instead of folding, they pivoted. A young designer named Shigeru Miyamoto stepped up with something original. The result? Donkey Kong. It was simple: a gorilla, a damsel, a Jumpman, but it was lightning in a bottle. That game didn't just save Nintendo's American division, it introduced the world to character-driven storytelling in arcades. It was loud, weird, unforgettable. And more than anything, it had heart. Donkey Kong wasn't just a villain, he was a presence. And Jumpman, the hero we'd later call Mario, would go on to become the face of an industry. But it all began with that pivot. That moment of creation born out of constraint. Wasn't just a game, it was the birth cry of a company that would never stop innovating. Donkey Kong Bananza isn't just another nostalgic nod, it's a declaration that even after 4 decades, Donkey Kong still has something to say. This game isn't riding on old glory, it's pushing forward with purpose. Because Nintendo doesn't just recycle its legends, it redefines them. They know the weight of legacy, but more importantly, they understand the power of reinvention. Bananza proves that. This is a studio that doesn't chase realism, it chases feeling. That childlike awe when a level opens up before you. That quiet pride when you finally conquer a climb. That heartbeat moment when you realize the character on screen has grown alongside you. Nintendo has always played the long game. And here, in this return to the jungle, you can feel the echoes of every step they've taken to get here. So if this story stirred something in you, if you felt the past meet the present, the nostalgia meet the now, then don't just watch from the vines. Like the video. Share it with someone who remembers the first time they picked up a controller. And if you haven't already, then subscribe. The story doesn't end here. It's only just beginning.